Imagine waking up in a world where AI doesn't replace Africans, but unleashes the biggest wave of opportunity the continent has ever seen. A world where young creators, farmers, students, and hustlers use AI the same way past generations used mobile money. Fast, fearless, and unstoppable. Today, we're talking about the future of AI and work in Africa. And trust me, it's not what you think. Watch till the end for the tool that made me $100. Let's start with a question. What if Africa isn't late to the AI revolution, but perfectly timed? What if the continent with the youngest population on Earth becomes the continent that shapes AI the most? Sounds bold, right? But bold is how every transformation begins. So let me ask you this: what job will disappear first because of AI? And what new job will appear first because of AI? And which one will Africa own? This is where it gets interesting. Because the biggest fear about AI is not that it takes jobs. It's that it takes them too fast. But Africa has a secret advantage. A massive informal economy. Millions of small entrepreneurs. And a generation that adapts faster than anyone. That's not a weakness. It's a superpower. So here's a simple mental trick for today. Stop thinking AI versus workers. Start thinking I plus Africans, because the biggest winners will be people who partner with AI. Not people who fight it. Not people who fear it. People who use it. People like you. Let's talk skills. Not coding, I mean new skills. Skills like problem solving, communication, emotional intelligence, systems thinking. AI boosts these skills, not replaces them. That means Africa's young workforce has the perfect ingredients already. Now add generative AI tools. And suddenly, a market seller becomes a data expert. A farmer becomes a precision farming pro. A student becomes an AI researcher overnight. A creator becomes a global brand. The shift won't happen on paper. It will happen on phones. On cheap data bundles. On tools anyone can access. And you know what? Africa thrives on leapfrogging. We skipped landlines. We jumped straight to mobile money. And now we're jumping straight to AI-powered work. But here's the twist. I must speak Africa's language. Literally. Swahili. Amharic. Yoruba. Zulu. Hausa. When AI understands local context, it becomes unstoppable. That's the power of African-centered AI. Tools built for Africans. Not just imported from somewhere else. And that future is already being built. On laptops in Nairobi. In co-working spaces in Lagos. In innovation hubs in Kigali. Across regions that people underestimate. But underestimate Africa at your own risk. Because the next billion creators will come from here. The next wave of AI solutions will come from here. And the next generation of AI leaders already live here. Now, let's talk productivity. AI boosts it faster than any past technology. It's like adding a second brain to your workflow. A silent assistant. A partner that never sleeps. And while the world panics about job loss, Africa sees job creation. AI supported teachers. AI powered agriculture. AI enabled healthcare. AI driven logistics. These industries won't shrink. They'll explode. But there's a challenge. Without training, without access, without local governance, AI can increase inequality. It can deepen divides. It can leave people behind. That's why Africa must build its own AI rules. Its own standards. Its own data protections. and its own ethics. Because the continent that creates the rules shapes the future. And Africa deserves a future shaped by Africans. Here's a real example. Farmers using AI chatbots to diagnose crop issues in their own languages, with local data, with immediate results. That doesn't just improve farming, it transforms it. Another example. Small businesses using AI to manage stock, forecast sales, write marketing, reach customers. That's not replacing anyone. It's empowering everyone. Another. Students using AI tutors, tailored to their pace, tailored to local exams, tailored to local context. Suddenly, education is personalized. And the playing field shifts. But here's the deeper truth. AI is not a magic wand. It's a multiplier. It multiplies whatever you bring to the table. If you bring fear, it multiplies fear. If you bring skills, it multiplies skills. If you bring curiosity, it multiplies opportunity. So what are you bringing? That question matters. Because Africa's transformation depends on it. And your role is bigger than you think. Maybe you want to build tools. Maybe you want to use tools. Maybe you want to teach tools. Maybe you want to invest in tools. Whichever it is, you're early. And early is powerful. If you're enjoying this breakdown, like this, subscribe so you don't miss the next drop. And hit that bell. I post every week. Now let's push deeper. Imagine Africa in 10 years. Faster internet. Lower data costs. AI in every school. AI in every clinic. AI in every farm. AI in every market. And millions of young people building their own models. Their own applications. Their own companies. Their own ecosystems. That isn't fantasy. It's the direction we're heading. But it needs you. It needs makers, builders, leaders, dreamers, people who refuse to wait, people who take action early. So here's the question that really matters. What will you do with AI? Will you learn it? Will you use it? Will you master it? Or will you let others decide your future for you? Because whether we like it or not, AI is here. It's growing. It's accelerating. And Africa has a unique chance to shape it. And benefit from it. And define what work looks like for the next century. Because the future won't be written in Silicon Valley alone. It'll be written in Dar es Salaam, in Lagos, in Johannesburg, in Accra, in Kigali, in Nairobi, and in every city that chooses to adopt AI early. The future belongs to those who act, those who experiment, those who learn fast, those who adapt. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening. And that's why this moment matters. Because the future of AI and work in Africa isn't a prediction. It's a construction, a build, a creation. And we're the builders. We're the creators. We're the future. So before we wrap, here's your reminder. Don't sit back and watch this wave pass. Ride it. Use it. Grow with it. And let it grow you. I won't wait. And neither should you. If you learned something today, hit subscribe and tap the bell. I drop these AI money-making tools every week. And you don't want to miss what's coming. Now, as promised, the tool that made me $100 was a simple AI content generator. I used it to create microservices, sold them online, and repeated the process. That's the power of early adoption. But tomorrow's upload? That's the one that changes everything. So don't miss it. Stay curious. Stay learning. Stay building. Because Africa's AI future is bigger than anyone imagines. And you're part of it now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for dreaming big. Thanks for choosing to stay ahead. And I'll see you in the next video.